For many thousands of years, the Shadowmen have protected the world of the living against threats crossing over from the spiritual plane known as Deadside, the place where everyone goes without exception when they die. Michael LeRoi is the current heir to the mysteries of this ancient lineage, bearer of the Mask of Shadows. When darkness falls, he becomes the walker between the worlds, immortal voodoo warrior, taker of souls, Lord of Deadside, the Shadowman.
The 9th of November, 1888. By my deeds am I known, and I am known as Jack. Spring-heeled Jack, Jack the Ripper. By my deeds am I known, and they are truly bloody. I took them all to my heart. Mary Ann Nichols, Annie Chapman, Elizabeth Stride, Catherine Eddowes, Mary Kelly, and loved them, truly loved them all. But the immortal power I sought within the sordid confines of their bodies, the still beating organ of the soul, was not to be found. The ritual of the knife was to no avail. I am bereft, and must therefore perform that bloody ritual upon myself.
Stay your hand, Jack, and listen to what I have to say.
How did you find this place? Who are you?
My name is Legion, for we are many. The immortal power that you seek does exist. It does indeed lie within the soul, but only within certain ones, certain dark souls.
My God! What are you that you can produce such things from thin air?
Merely an explorer, much like yourself.
What is it that you want from me?
You are an architect by trade, are you not?
I am.
Then I would have you build a cathedral to pain. A place where you and I and others like us may join together. A place of asylum for all of the unique and misunderstood individuals that will follow you as the time of Armageddon approaches. And at the heart of Asylum, we shall construct a great dark engine powered by souls of equal hue. And we shall harness their power to create an immortal army to punish and cleanse this pathetic world.
And where might I build this cathedral of yours?
Across the veil. In the darkness, amongst the restless spirits of those who have passed beyond, in the place known as Deadside.
Then, if I am to join you, I must die.
It is prophecy. We cannot fail, for we are many.
For we are many!
Amen to that.
The end is sooner than you think.
Come to mama, baby.
Hey there, cat
me if you
cadet.
can.
Damn, beautiful friend.
Are many.
There's a darkness coming.
What's the problem, Magneta?
I had a dream, Shadowman. A real bad dream. A Deadside dream. The five are here. The heralds of the apocalypse. Beacon's file confirms everything I feared. The end's coming, Shadowman. An ancient prophecy tells of the return of a great evil to Deadside. A terrible force gathering dark souls to its darker heart and using their power to cross over into this world and bring about apocalypse.
I must stop this evil from bringing about the end of all things.
Only you can do it, Shadowman. You are the walker between the worlds. I can't go Deadside, and Jaunty's next to useless in both worlds. You are the only one who can do anything about this.
As it ever was.
But you ain't never confronted anything like this evil. It's so pure, not even the ancient protectors of the dark souls could destroy it. They could only banish it from Deadside. They knew it'd come back one day. Hence the prophecy telling of its return. The power of the ancients is all but gone now, and the dark souls that evil desires lie unprotected. What you gotta do, Shadowman, is to go Deadside and recover the dark souls. Take them into your own protection before evil gathers them to its terrible heart.
Okay, so let me get this straight. If I don't recover these dark souls, then the world's gonna end. Am I right?
You got it.
Shit.
Look, I gotta go. I've got a lot to do. Take Deacon's file and meet me at dawn at the church on the hill. I've kept your stuff safe for you.
I hate this shit. Just a pawn in Nettie's master plan. She moves me in mysterious ways, and brother, sometimes she really does move me. Can't do nothing about it since, nice as you please, she knitted my ribs into the mask of shadows. I got nothing left anyways. It's my fault Luke's dead, and Mom and Pop too. I deserve everything I get. Every bad thing that comes my way. Can't live, can't die. Deadside's the perfect hood for me. A nowhere place. The asshole of the universe. Now where the hell is that church? Nettie?
Hey there, Mike. Glad you could make it.
How could I refuse your offer? How could I ever refuse you, Agneta?
You can't. I'm simply irresistible. I hope you read the file I gave you, and read it real well. Between the lines, you'll find the signs.
You got my stuff?
Come on in, honey.
You know, on the way over here, I got to thinking about these dark souls. If they're so damn dangerous, why didn't the ancients just destroy them?
Because that's impossible. Their power is their immortality. If evil ever manages to implant these immortal souls into its monstrous slaves, can you imagine the carnage an immortal, unbeatable army would bring to the earth? That's apocalypse, Shadowman. That's the end.
Okay, so I really gotta get to the dark souls before the bad guy. I understand that, but where do I find them?
In Govi. Each Govi has been sealed by the most powerful voodoo. Not even the greatest Bokor or Mambo can open them to release the dark soul within. Believe me, I've tried. But a Shadowman, or something even more powerful, just might be able to do it. Release the dark soul and take it into yourself. But be warned, the dark souls are a pure and ancient evil and possess a power that should not be abused.
Okay. Let's just get this thing over with. You got my stuff?
Right here.
I'm real scared, Mikey.
Jesus, Luke! He's alive! Alive and in pain. I gotta help him.
He's dead, Mike. You know that.
I know, but I saw.
It's understandable that you still have strong feelings for your brother. That's why the bear works for you, connecting you to Deadside. Use it now, Mike. Go Deadside and find Jaunty. He's waiting for you at the Marrow Gates. He's got something to show you.
Okay.
And Mike?
Yeah?
If you need me, I'll be here. Now, go see Jaunty and get them dark souls. Mike, there's no time to waste. Use Luke's bear and go Deadside.
Come on, Slowpoke.
I am the Lord of Deadside, shadowborn at the confluence of worlds to walk between. Lifeside is without the meaning that my partly living possesses here in Deadside, where the darkness is manifest at the edges of reason. As a god, I step forth upon the writhing, suppurating surface of the Deadside serpent. What sleep is here? What dreams there are in the unctuous coilings of the snake's mortal shuffling. Weapon in my hand, the arcing death blow at the end of all things. The horror. I embrace it.
Come on, Slowpoke.
Mike, get your ass back to Deadside now and go speak to Jaunty.
Hello there, Michael. How's that treating you?
Jaunty, kindly refer to me as Shadowman. Michael LeRoi has no place here in Deadside.
Whatever, Mick, it's good to see you again. Seems like simply ages since I last set me eyes on your happy, smiling mug.
The feeling's mutual.
I suppose you've been away dallying with the old battle axe, giving her one with some of that righteous voodoo so she can stay forever young?
Something like that.
She's been filling your head with her fated pillow talk again, I'll bet. Doomsday in an army giddy until you're drunk with the stuff.
She did happen to mention a certain prophetic dream she's been having.
Did she now? Well, for once I think the owl witch might be right. See that bloody big black tower yonder?
How could I miss it?
Well, old Bruegel, the medieval painter blokey, was just telling me the other day that he thought it looked remarkably like a picture he once did.
Is that Peter Bruegel?
No, Seamus, his distant Irish cousin. Anyways, he was quite shocked, so he was, at the terrible mess that bloody thing's making. Appearing out of nowhere and tearing its way through the place like there's no tomorrow. Which, given what Nettie's saying, might not be too far from the truth.
Any idea what's going on in there?
Nope, and I shan't be knocking on the front door to find out neither. All I'll say is, if there's something wicked heading this way, it'll be coming from in there.
Nettie mentioned the Dark Souls. Can you tell me any more about them?
I'm afraid I'll have to reply in the negative again, Michael. Suffice it to say, Nettie's told me that they're bloody powerful, well nigh indestructible, and shouldn't fall into the wrong hands.
Any idea where they might be?
What am I, a Dark Soul travel guide now? I suppose you could try all of the ancient sacred places down amongst the whalers and shiverers. I just hope that none of them souls have ended up in that filthy big black tower.
From what Nettie was saying, some of them already have, which is all the more reason for me to be pushing on. Open the gates, Jaunty.
Places to go, people to see, eh, Michael?
Just open the gates, Jaunty.
Did I ever tell you about the time me and Attila the Hun were playing skittles with the guillotine heads of the French aristocracy?
Jaunty.
All right, keep your bloody hair on. Which, looking at your shining bonds, may prove to be rather difficult. Open sesame! And if you be wanting to pop by and chat a while, I'll still be here. It's just a shame we can't share a drop of the hard stuff together by a roaring peat fire.
I don't drink with snakes. This is the Deadside, the wasteland, the nothing beyond the bone-packed gates. Here Luke, my dear lost brother, wanders alone amidst the aimless ranks of those who cannot die. He still, with the ache for death, I too may discover within my blighted heart. Here, the true darkness at the heart of all things is made real. What we see in death's dominion is as void as a dead man's gaze, as cold as the light from a dying star. Nettie, I've been Deadside, beyond the Marrow Gates, but I see no evidence of the Govi, nor the Dark Souls.
Well, you just need to look a little harder. The Dark Souls ain't just gonna be lying around the place. They're sacred, which means they're gonna be hidden.
Okay, but where?
How the hell do I know? You're the Shadowman. You know the sacred pathways through Deadside. Get yourself back there and use your eyes.
Michael, back so soon? Getting a bit too spooky for you, huh? Scaring the bejesus out of you, huh?
Jaunty, much as it pains me to admit it, I need your advice.
Is that right? Well, fire away. Not literally, mind you.
Nettie sent me to look for these Govi that supposedly contain the Dark Souls. Well, I've not even come close to one.
Ah, poor you. Let me put it this way. If you were trying to keep a source of immortal cosmic power from falling into the hands of the ultimate in evil, would you leave that source of immortal cosmic power just lying around the place for the world and his wife to stumble across?
I guess not.
Well then, you're going to have to look a little harder, aren't you?
I guess so.
And Michael?
Yes?
I wouldn't worry your pretty little bald head about it too much. I mean, it's only the end of the world.
I've gone deeper into Deadside and discovered a place that only Shadowmen may enter. But I'll be damned if I can find a Dark Soul.
You will be damned if you don't get yourself together, Shadowman. The prophecy is taking effect. You found the Pass of Shadow built by your predecessor, Maxim St. James. Search the pass for the Govi, and when you find one, use your shadow powers to open it. Now get to it.
Well, if it isn't the old friend Michael, have you found anything yet?
I've discovered a place that only Shadowmen can enter, but I have yet to collect a Dark Soul.
I seem to recall one of your predecessors, Maxim St. James, a shadow man of some repute, I might add, explaining to me that he'd had some time on his hands one aeon, and had set about building a safe route through Deadside. Paths of Shadow was what he called it.
That is the place I've discovered. Dark it is, and rank with the stench of defilement.
That sounds like St. James. Of course, it's anyone's guess where in hell the paths lead to now after that filthy black tower tore the place up.
I must return to the paths of shadow and continue my search for Govi.
And when you find one, use your shadow powers. Shoot it with your bloody gun if you have to. That'd be the way to get the dark soul out of it.
For once, I believe I'm going to take your advice.
You can always rely on me, you wee gouger.
Always is too long a time to rely on anyone, especially a skull-headed snake.
Oh, and Mikey?
Yes?
I hope you can remember your way back.
This should be useful. The power of the Dark Souls. I embrace it. I've found and taken a Dark Soul, Nettie. Its power is real strong. I can feel it surging through me. How many should I take?
It is said that the Dark Souls numbered 60, enough for an entire army. Keep going, Mike. You're doing real good. But remember, the power surging through you is very dark and very pure. Respect it.
Long time no see, Michael.
I have found and taken a Dark Soul. Nettie was right about them. Never have I experienced such hatred and corruption. The dark fire burns within me with such ferocity that I am afraid it may consume me. And yet, these glowering flames are as a joy to me. My ability to channel my shadow powers has increased, and I feel so much more.
Dangerous? All I ask is that you be careful, Mikey. The power of the Dark Souls is very great and very, very evil, which is why you need to get them before anyone else.
Then I have no time to waste. Unsalvaged souls that drift beyond the marrow gates for an eternity of waiting. This infinite limbo, this wasteland, this untamed, unnatural afterbirth I command with my endless darkness. What ineffable secrets are whispered within the paths of shadow? What red-edge realities rising bleak above the blasted skyline? Deadwing, Duppy, Zombie Mother. This voodoo lord outlasts them all. Huh? What in the name of... Holy shit! I am the Lord of Deadside. Oh, great. My shadow powers increase, Nettie. As they do, I feel as if a great darkness is threatening to swallow me up.
You ain't felt nothing yet, Shadowman. You ain't been inside the Asylum. It's your fate to go inside the rotten heart of Deadside, and then pass beyond it to the 5.
So the 5 serial killers Deacon mentioned in his report are from Deadside?
The 5 are mortal men under the influence of a greater evil. They are the heralds for the apocalypse, opening the way for the armies of the damned, the power of the Dark Souls unleashed upon the earth.
So I guess it's next stop Asylum.
Damn right. Get yourself in there and find out how to stop the 5 from opening the way, and keep taking them Dark Souls.
How are you doing, Michael?
I've been putting 2 and 2 together.
So you're a mathematical genius now.
And what this all adds up to is...
A whole heap of stinking cow shite.
Will you please let me finish?
Sorry, you were saying?
The Black Tower plowing its way through Deadside is called the Asylum. Something, I'm not sure exactly what, has somehow projected 5 of these Dark Souls across the veil to Liveside. These Dark Souls now empower the twisted minds of 5 serial killers. It seems that these 5 are the heralds of apocalypse, preparing the way for that immortal Dark Soul army Nettie spoke of. But I guess you already know all of this.
All I know is you're in a whole heap of stinking cow shite. I also know that you need to find a way into the Asylum, because if you can do that, then you may be able to find out how this terrible something projected the 5 across the veil. And if you can do that small thing, then you may be able to put a stop to his decidedly dastardly plan.
Oh, is that all?
What, and you thought being a super powerful undead voodoo god and Lord of Deadside was going to be easy?
I didn't really have any choice in the matter, if you recall.
Whatever. If you're looking for a way into the Asylum, you might try exploring the paths of shadow. The filthy place is torn up so much at Deadside, it's bound to have an outlet somewhere.
You know, That sounds like surprisingly good advice.
Always glad to be of service to a voodoo demigod. Now piss away.
The paths of shadow.
Oh, and Michael.
What is it?
When you do finally get into the asylum, make sure you tell Jeffrey Dahmer I said how are you.
And into Asylum, like a great black engine roaring to eternity, ravaging the already benighted landscape with its savage, malevolent presence. And within the legions of the truly damned, insanity, sheer and stark, and once in human form, now gutted and torn by eons of glutted indulgence. Their bloodlust flecking the oily walls, living in the shrieks of victims ensnared, hanged, drawn, and quartered by the serpent's squalid writhings. This is the place I have not wanted to dream of, and the dream is now the place I partly live through. Followed the Dark Soul's trail into the Asylum, but where the hell are the 5?
They're in this world, Shadowman. 5 mortal men touched by the power of the Dark Souls. Unlike you, they don't have the mask of shadows controlling and channeling the dark power. It twists their minds, fills their already tainted hearts with even greater perversions, and a hatred so terrible it has sent them insane.
Okay, so they're in this world, but where exactly?
That's your job, Shadowman. You gotta go back to the Asylum and find a way through. The same way the Dark Souls found their way into the 5. Hunt the mothers down, Shadowman, and kick their sorry asses. But remember, they possess an immortal power, and only by taking their souls will you truly defeat them.
What can I do for you, Michael?
I have entered the Asylum. A truly terrible place. Far more dreadful than even the most twisted mind could have imagined.
I suspected as much.
Nettie has informed me that I must find a way to reach the 5 from within the Asylum. It would seem that the serial killers Thomas Deacon profiled for us are indeed preparing for the crossing over of the Dark Soul armies. I know that you and I may pass freely between the worlds of Deadside and Liveside, but what of the 5? How is it that they have been able to journey across the veil from the Asylum to their Liveside lairs?
Well, there was that little incident with Tommy Lee's undead gang a while back. Seemed like an aberration at the time, but thinking about it, could have been a trial run. You know, this may sound crazy, but I think you should be looking for a corpse. Or 5 of them.
5 corpses?
The way I see it, you trap 2 souls and keep them in a state of flux between the worlds. One in Deadside, the other Liveside. Neither can cross over from one plane of existence to the next, or pass beyond. Ergo, a schism, or bridge is formed between the worlds. So, yes, you're looking for 5 ritually slaughtered corpses somewhere in the Asylum.
Jaunty, there are a great many corpses in the Asylum.
Granted, but these will be special in some way, in a special place. Of course, if you do manage to find your way across to these psycho loonies, you better have your shadow powers at the ready. I got a feeling you're gonna need them.
Nettie said that only a Shadowman or something more powerful could release a dark soul from a Govi. This is bad. Real bad. These are the armies of the damned, the accursed vessels for the dark souls. I must find a way to stop them from traveling across the veil to the world of the living. Not good. You gotta be goddamn kidding.
Your failure will bring about the splitting of the world.
Jesus.
Nettie's power
Oh, shit. Across the millennia, they have built a cathedral to pain and worship at its altars of blood. I seem to recall Jaunty speaking of corpses and gateways, as though the two were one and the same. But how do I make this bloody vessel work for me? 100 Caddo, given in offering to the Loa, shall greatly increase the strength of a man's spirit. These gifts I give to thee, O gracious Loa, O generous Loa, a spiritual trade for life beyond. My life force increases. Spoken of in whispers at the Deadside margins, in the hushed and shivering tones of the lurking, lurching revenants. These ancient places, blood temples to the Loa, where the dark souls did find their secret corner, hidden by the sanguinary sisters steeped in voodoo lore. Deeper still, the morbid mystery entwines. What love I ever had for life should find its place in here, locked within a cankered cell, beset by madmen, chained to hell. And deeper still, a vast, dark love I find within Asylum's darkly thrumming heart. No love of mine, not mine to love. For twisted is the purity of that finer thing, and I should lay my partly living down to free the world from terror's tyranny. Luke? Is that you, bro?
This way, Mikey.
Luke!
Come on, Slowpoke. Help me, Mikey.
Luke!
You gotta help me, Mikey. They're gonna hurt me.
It's okay, Luke. I'm here now. Stay there. I'm coming to get you.
I'm real scared, Mikey. You gotta help me. Please.
Luke! Come back! Luke! Nettie, Luke's in the asylum. He was calling out to me. Nettie, he needs me to help him.
Hold on there, Mike. You can't be sure of anything you see or hear in that place. Try and stay focused on what you gotta do.
But he's my kid brother, Nettie.
Luke's dead. Try and get that through your stupid numbskull head. The evil's using you. Can't you see that? Trying to weaken your resolve. Just get the dark souls and stop screwing around.
Ooh, that told me.
Get the hell out of here, Mike. We ain't got much time left.
What's up, Michael? You look like you've seen a ghost. Which I suppose is understandable, considering where we are.
Luke was in the asylum, Jaunty. He was calling out for me. I don't know, but maybe I was just imagining it.
You know, as the bird said, there are more things in heaven and Deadside than are dreamt of in your philosophy.
Shakespeare said that?
Well, not exactly, but near enough.
I need to find out whether Luke's in there and why.
You do that, Michael. I wish I could help, honest I do, but, well, you know how it is.
What further horrors shall I find within this terrible place? Where in a time before these catastrophic events, I would have willingly accepted pallid imitations of such horrors. I now have come so far, my sensibilities lie benumbed, by all I see. I do not embrace this horror, but rather stand immobile beneath its self-indulgent gaze. Confusion reigns, and I fear the god within the machine is no longer there. In praise of the Gad, tattooed trinity, drumming ineffable power burning through the flesh, my ebon body wrought with arcane designs, drawn by the Deadside's dragon breath, and entreated by the talons of the terrible mother. Dread beauty brings them unto me, palms to flame, souls to fire, black blood song coursing through the dragon's searing veins. I feel as though my powers are almost at their peak. The souls within me burn with a dreadful fire that threatens to consume me. I must exercise the utmost care from here on in, or find myself succumbing to Asylum's dark allure. Oh shit, I'm in trouble here. Yes. The last of the ancient places lies beyond. These trials of Gad to prove the taker of the souls is me, the Shadowman of prophecy, tested, tried, and placed upon the altar of this damned destiny. For there can only be the one in a long and lusting line of warrior gods. 'Tis I, the proof is plain upon my back, my arms, and in my eyes. I am the one, the Shadowman of prophecy. My God, it opens thus, and there is more within, and within, the journey continues. Let it be so. Nettie, I've found out how the five reach this world, but when I cross over from the Asylum, it's always daytime, live side, and I'm going to need my powers as Shadowman to truly kick their asses. Maybe I should just hang back and wait till nightfall. Which ain't easy, because the five are after my blood.
No use hanging back, Mike. The prophecy's upon us, and with every hour we're drawing closer to its terrible conclusion.
Well, if I can't use my shadow powers on the five, we're screwed.
I have an idea. Your esteemed predecessor, Maxime St. James, once spoke to me of l'Eclipser, the bringer of night, an ancient blade said to release the shadow into the world of men. This blade's hidden deep within the heart of Deadside. You better find it and bring it back here to me.
I've been searching for the blade you mentioned, l'Eclipse or something, but I'm damned if I can find it. Give me some help here, Nettie. Was St. James any more specific about his location?
You want me to hold your hand too? St. James would have hidden the blade in the paths of shadow, and he would have most definitely split it into 3 individual parts, making it harder to find.
Shit, he really did me a favor.
Mike, do us all a favor, why don't you, and get with the program. Just go find l'Eclipser and bring it back here to me.
Hey there, Mick. Any news?
Nettie's told me that my predecessor, Maxime St. James, hid a sacred dagger called l'Eclipse deep within Deadside. She also informs me that I must find this dagger and bring it to her so that I may use my shadow powers in Lifeside and thereby strike down the five. Do you have any idea where it may be hidden?
Excuse me? Now, let me get this right. You're asking me, a bloody gatekeeper, where the former Shadowman might have hidden a sacred dagger in Deadside, intended for use by another Shadowman?
I am.
Let me think. Could it be hidden under me hat? In me eye socket? In me left ear, if I had one, that is? No. What about in the parts of the bloody shadow, Yee-hoooooo? I'll be along with you and stop asking me these bloody stupid questions.
Nettie, I found out how the five reach this world, but when I cross over from the Asylum, it's always daytime live side, and I'm gonna need my powers as Shadowman to truly kick their asses. Maybe I should just hang back and wait till nightfall, which ain't easy, 'cause the five are after my blood.
No use hanging back, Mike. The prophecy's upon us, and with every hour we're drawing closer to its terrible conclusion.
Well, if I can't use my shadow powers on the five, we're screwed.
I have an idea. Your esteemed predecessor, Maxime St. James, once spoke to me of L'Eclipser, the bringer of night, an ancient blade said to release the shadow into the world of men. This blade, hidden deep within the heart of Deadside. You already have one of its pieces. Bring me the other two, and there may be a way to get you your shadow powers to fight the five.
Okay, I got me a piece of L'Eclipse. St. James hid it in the Paths of Shadow.
That's good, Mike. But I gotta have all three pieces to work that powerful eclipse of voodoo and bring on the shadow in this world.
Nettie, I found out how the five reach this world, but when I cross over from the Asylum, it's always daytime live side, and I'm going to need my powers as Shadowman to truly kick their asses. Maybe I should just hang back and wait till nightfall, which ain't easy, 'cause the five are after my blood.
No use hanging back, Mike. The prophecy's upon us, and with every hour we're drawing closer to its terrible conclusion.
Well, if I can't use my shadow powers on the five, we're screwed.
I have an idea. Your esteemed predecessor, Maxime St. James, once spoke to me of L'Eclipser, the bringer of night, an ancient blade said to release the shadow into the world of men. This blade's hidden deep within the heart of Deadside. You already have two of its pieces. Bring me the last piece, and there may be a way to get you your shadow powers to fight the five.
Okay, I got me 2 pieces of L'Eclipse.
Yeah, that's good, Mike, but I gotta have all 3 pieces to work that powerful eclipse of voodoo. Go get me the last piece.
Nettie, I found out how the five reach this world, but when I cross over from the Asylum, it's always daytime live side, and I'm gonna need my powers as Shadowman to truly kick their asses. Maybe I should just hang back and wait for nightfall, which ain't easy, 'cause the five are after my blood.
No use hanging back, Mike. The prophecy's upon us, and with every hour we're drawing closer to its terrible conclusion.
Well, if I can't use my shadow powers on the five, we're screwed.
Not yet. Your esteemed predecessor, Maxime St. James, once spoke to me of L'Eclipser, the bringer of night, an ancient blade said to release the shadow into the world of men. You already have this blade. Give it to me. Lay down, Mike.
I thought you'd never ask. Is, this gonna hurt much?
Yes.
I thought so. Try and be gentle with me.
Bringer of night, L'Eclipser, release the shadow into the world of men. Le soleil, brother sun, la lune, sister moon, la lamb, the power that binds. And the sorceress fell into a deep trance, her powers exhausted, and a shadow did fall upon the world of men. The prophecy is fulfilled.
Agneta!
It is done. Seek out the five, destroy them and the evil that controls them. I must sleep.
Okay, Nettie, I've got me all 3 pieces of L'Eclipse, so work your voodoo magic and bring on the night.
Sounds like a cue for a song, but this ain't no musical. Give me the blade. Lay down, Mike.
I thought you'd never ask. Is, this gonna hurt much?
Yes.
I thought so. Try and be gentle with me.
Bringer of night, L'Eclipser, release the shadow into the world of men. Le soleil, brother sun, la lune, sister moon, the Lamb, the power that binds. And the sorceress fell into a deep trance, her powers exhausted, and a shadow did fall upon the world of men. The prophecy is fulfilled.
Agneta!
It is done. Seek out the five. Destroy them and the evil that controls them. I must sleep. Must sleep.
Mikey, what's up? You're looking more peaked than you usually do.
It's Nettie. She's fallen into a coma.
I'm not surprised. She was always one for more than a drop of the hard stuff. Never knows when to stop. I tell you, she used to go like the clappers down the old White Horse Inn.
Jaunty, will you listen? The prophecy is coming true. Nettie used L'Eclipse Aid to give me my shadow powers when confronting the five. Now the shadow has fallen, and the prophecy is about to be fulfilled. It seems to me that everything I do just brings us nearer to apocalypse, to the end of all things.
Will you get a bloody grip on yourself, Michael? Nettie may be something of a head case, but she knows what she's doing. She knew this would happen. It's supposed to happen. Can't you see that? That's the thing about prophecies. They have a habit of coming true.
All right. But it seems to me that somehow I'm responsible for everything that's happening. Maybe I should just get out now before it's too late.
I never saw you as a giver up, Michael. And even if we are in a situation of damned if we do and damned if we don't, it's always better to go out fighting. Get as many of them dark souls as you can, build up your shadow powers till you're positively bursting with them, and then go and kick the arse of whatever's behind this. I really can't give you any more advice than that.
Once again, Jaunty, I find myself in your debt. Your advice is sound. I shall do as you say.
And look, if it all goes belly up, you can come back here and kick me arse from here to Hades.
And if it doesn't, and we win the day, I'll be buying you that drink, even if you are an annoying, half-witted, skull-headed snake.
Flattery'll get you everywhere, Shadowman. Now be off with you.
Hey, you! This is private property. What the hell you think you're doing, boy?
I ain't your boy.
Don't you get uppity with me. You trespassing on my property, I can call you anything I choose, boy.
I didn't see no signs, fatso.
That's 'cause you didn't arrive by the front door, did you?
I don't need an invitation, fat man. I've been sent here by a higher power.
I'm the only power around these parts, boy. You gonna find that out soon enough. You gonna find out what survival is all about. Just like a rerun of the Nam. It's Judgment Day for you and all your kind. This is the end, beautiful friend, for we are many.
Jesus, I don't need this bullshit. Do not walk softly into the jaws of the dragon. Do not accept the loathsome embrace of the beast at the heart of the horror, but instead discover that fearsome face, teeth bared, eyes aspark with ice-cold hate, sinews braced for the fall. And yet, I feel the beast does not await me at the maze's dark core. I am on the edge of knowing, and yet I am afraid that the knowledge will cause me to walk, a willing sacrifice, into the jaws of the dragon.
Hey there, brother, yo! What's happening, my man?
Where the hell?
Hey, Gank! Hey, so, brother, good to see you. Come on, make the party, but hell, it's gonna be worth it. I'll see to that.
I haven't come for a party, mister.
Get back out now. Lots of chicken and your numbers coming up. You can walk by verse 9 and echo Foxtrot shall be banned.
You crazy son of a bitch. You got your damn party all right.
Woo! It's an end of the world sock hop. The apocalypse rhymes and Parso's yard. You don't guess this, Mikey. The little Luffy's coming too. He's got the best team in the house. And split Luffy back in the world. And he's screaming for his mommy, but mommy's gone down Deadside way. She can't help him and
Damn you!
Yeah! Alright! That's the spirit, Mikey! Let's rock and roll!
I smell gasoline.
Yo, so, brother, shall we dance? It's about that time. Time for the fandango through the flames. The hot rock harmony of the sound, a sizzling flash, and his Tijuana Orchestra.
Holy shit!
Hey there, Yank!
Damn, this guy is really pissing me off.
You know full well that the firewalk's all about keeping your cool, about being the Iceman coming through the valley of outrageous fortune. Here comes slings, arrows, Mr. Yorick. Let's rock and roll through that valley of death. Yeah!
Here's Johnny!
What the?
I bid you welcome. Enter freely and of your own will.
Don't mess with me, little man.
Little big man. Little big man.
Didn't your mama never tell you? It don't matter how big.
My mama loves me. She never loved you. My mama kisses me. My mama would never, never, ever kiss you. No, not never, ever kiss you. Come to mama now, baby. Sweet baby, come to mama. For we are many.
Good afternoon. May I help you? What I meant to say was, is there something I can do for you?
Yeah, there's something you can do for me.
And what is that, pray tell?
You can get the hell out of my way.
I'm afraid that won't be possible.
Hey, anything's possible, Doc. You, above all people, should know that. I'm sorry. Did I call you people? My mistake. You aren't a person at all, are you? Are you?
Don't tell me you're expecting some kind of answer to your rhetorical question.
Oh yeah, I know all about you, Doc. You think you're so smart. Look at you. So smug in your self-belief, the hero at the heart of your own pathetic power fantasy. But really, you're a little baby girl, aren't you? Deep inside, shivering inside, pissing your frilly little panties.
Oh, come now.
A squealing, puking, hairless puppy inside.
Now you're mixing metaphors.
So move out of my way, puppy dog. I won't ask you again.
I will not move out of your way. I will not. Do you know who I am? Do you?
You're a little puppy dog.
Don't call me that. I am Dr. Death. I am the Lizard King. Can't you see what I've accomplished here? I have brought his kingdom to Earth. I am the leader of the Five. You should fear me. Fear me.
I pity you.
That wasn't very nice, now was it? For I shall sit at the right hand of the Lord. Did you know that? For we are many. Were you aware of that? You ant, you piece of excrement, you nothing. And now, apocalypse, the end of all things. Your voodoo harlot was correct, Michael dear. The end is nigh, and it's sooner than you think.
You shouldn't have come here, Michael LeRoi.
My coming here was unavoidable. It is prophecy, my destiny.
Your destiny is to die. That is the fate of all mortal men.
But I am no longer mortal. I cannot die.
Ha! Dying is easy. I have achieved that end more than once in my existence. And now I have returned as a bloody messiah, an avatar resurrected, a divine servant for my master's great plan.
If dying is easy, then you won't mind if I blow you away, you pathetic little man.
You may try to achieve that end, Michael LeRoi,
but I warn you, you shall not find it a simple task at all, for we are many.
For I am Lord of Deadside.
Please, Mikey.
Luke!
It's bad, Mikey. Real bad. They're gonna kill me if they catch me.
Luke, don't move. Stay there. I'm coming to get you. Jesus, Luke! No! Luke, there you are. What you doing running away like that? Luke, speak to me, kid.
Hiya, Mikey. Glad you could make it. I've been waiting for you. I've been scared they were gonna catch me, that you weren't gonna come get me.
Here, Luke. You should have known I'd always be there for you, bro.
There were bad things in the dark. Badder than the boogeyman. They did stuff to me. Stuff I don't want to think about.
Oh, God. I'm sorry, Luke.
Hey, you want to hear a joke, Mikey?
Sure.
Once upon a time, there was a murderer and his victim walking hand in hand towards some deep, dark woods. The victim squeezes the murderer's hand real tight. He says, looking up pleadingly with big brown eyes, "I'm really scared, mister, of the deep, dark woods."
Luke, what the hell?
He sighs and he says, "You're scared? How the hell do you think I feel?
I'm gonna be walking back through them on my own." Pretty funny, hey, Mikey? Pretty goddamn amusing, don't you think?
You ain't Luke. You ain't my brother.
Congratulations! You win the booby prize. It was never your brother. Just a little insurance to get you here. Really, Michael, you must learn to let the dead rest in peace.
Who are you?
And he asked him, "What is thy name?" And he replied, "My name is Legion, for we are many." And you, Shadowman, are Legion also. The souls of the many fill your vitals to bursting.
To hell with this obscure shit. I don't need it. All I need to know is that I'm gonna take you down.
You really don't get it, do you? You're even more of a posturing fool than I first believed. When I came up with my grand and incredibly brilliant plan, which you will know as the prophecy, all those years ago...
What? You created the prophecy?
Of course I did, you pillock. Surely you didn't believe all that bollocks about the old gods imparting the knowledge to the ancients. The only god back then was me. It was I who spoke to the ancients in their dreams and planted the seed for my triumphant return. Of course, all those years ago I couldn't have hoped for a more willing puppet. Luckily, the puppet is you, Michael LeRoi. And of course, now that you have so kindly presented poor Lukey with his teddy bear, it is impossible for you to leave.
You bastard!
Thank you. I suppose you've read Les Cartes, for it is written, "And Legion took the power of the Dark Souls unto him." I knew that the Dark Souls would be difficult to get, and I needed someone to bring them to me. And here you are, replete with their immortal power. A power I require to energize my dark engine and project my armies across the veil to Liveside. As it was in the beginning, is now, and forever shall be.
It isn't over yet.
Oh, I think it is, Michael. Well and truly over. We spoke the word to Pike, Batrachian, Cruz, and the others, so that they might open the way. We whispered sweet nothings into Nettie's ear as she lay sleeping, and she sent you to us, like the proverbial lamb to the slaughter man.
The power is within you, Shadowman. The power to unleash the apocalypse upon your pissant little world.
The throne awaits you, Michael LeRoi. You are the fuel for a great engine, as it was in the beginning, is now, and forever shall be. Amen to that.
Get up! Get up, you bastard!
Alas, it would appear that I am done for.
You didn't reckon on the fact that the dark souls I now possess would give me even greater power. Power enough to take you down.
You might think that. But unfortunately, and once again, you are woefully mistaken.
What the? Jesus!
Now you will die!
This was the one flaw in your plan, Legion. The Dark Souls have given me the power to defeat you. I've read my prophecy. And Legion shall take the Dark Souls unto him. Well, here they are. I think it's time to make a fast exit.
My God, the lad's got a bloody done it. Looks like you owe me that drink, Michael.
I am the Lord of Deadside, walker between the worlds, immortal voodoo warrior. As a god, I stamp upon the writhing face of the Deadside serpent. Weapon in my hand, the arcing death blow. The horror, I embrace it.